All right, men, welcome to today's episode of Strong Men, Strong Marriages. Is your wife more affectionate with the kids than with you? Man, I know I have felt this way sometimes and, or seen this or felt like this is happening. Very frustrating. A lot of the guys in my program have the same feeling and frustration. So, we're going to talk about why this happens and what you can do about it in today's episode. So, my name is Mike Frazier, MD. I'm a psychiatrist and marriage coach, and I help high achieving Christian men have more intimate marriages. So, some wins from guys in my program. Guys are standing up for themselves in important conversations about money, sex, parenting, not just getting run over, which is part of being strong, right? Um, Wives are starting to open their hearts more to their husbands. Now, look, sometimes when your wife opens her heart to you, it's letting you know all the hurt that's there and maybe the hurt that you caused. And so it can seem really bad, but actually it's good because your wife is opening her heart. She's letting you know that that hurt's there. The wound is draining is an analogy I like to use. And it's important. Like, it needs to happen. And you being able to be able to take that is great. Other guys do. Sometimes their wives are sharing good things, happy things, sharing more love, which is great too. Um, Guys are just feeling less heaviness overall, more peace in their lives and in their marriages. And, when we connect more with God, when we're learning these skills, manage our emotions and thoughts better, we do feel that. We feel more peace, we feel less heaviness. Um, Guys are having more patience with their kids, which is awesome. And for me, I've been just having a lot more heart-to-heart conversations with my wife. We're building more emotional intimacy lately, which has been great. Definitely a win. So right now you might be in this situation. You're missing that physical connection with your wife. You're missing holding hands. You're missing hugs. You're missing kisses. You're missing sex. Maybe she says stuff to you like, I don't know, I'm just not that physical of a person. I just don't, I'm not really into physical touch that much. But then, But then you see her hugging, kissing, snuggling with your kids. She seems to have no problem being physically affectionate with them. And so you're thinking, man, what the heck? What is going on? So maybe even point this out to her. Well, hey, you say you're not physical, but look at how close you are to the kids, right? And so her response is she brushes away, oh, that's different. Or she says, well, I don't really know why that is. Or, yeah, it's just different with the kids. They need to feel that from me, that physical affection. And you're like, well, so do I. Like, this isn't fair. You get frustrated. So, and then you start telling yourself some stories about this. Maybe you get into your head that she's a liar. She's lying to you. Right? You're kind of condemning her for being a liar. Maybe you're like, oh, that's Satan, right? She's, Satan's the father of lies, so she's following Satan by lying to me. Okay. Or maybe you start telling yourself, yeah, well, she's just in it for the financial security. I bring her with the paycheck. That's all she cares about. She's going to give me as little as possible and take as much as she can. She's taking advantage of me. The kids are taking advantage of me. Maybe she's playing me, right? This isn't about me at all. She doesn't care about me at all. She just cares about, again, financial security or at least he's sort of there with the kids. Or, maybe you shift from kind of blaming her and being really upset with her to blaming yourself. Maybe you're like, oh, maybe I'm just not that attractive. Maybe I just don't have it anymore. Maybe, yeah, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm ugly. Whatever. Maybe you get in your head about something that's wrong with you that you wouldn't want to be physically affectionate with you. Or maybe you worry she's out with somebody else. Maybe she's getting that physical need met somewhere else. She's being unfaithful. That's definitely something that get into guys' heads, especially if your wife has a history of that. That's normal for that to come to your mind. But here's why all of that doesn't work. Okay, is what emotions do all of those thoughts bring up for you? So for sure, anger. My wife's lying. She's taking advantage of me. Right? That feels angry. Right? You want to, or feels unfair. It's unjust. Right? She's physical with the kids, but not with me. That's not fair. Right? That brings up anger. Entitlement. Hey, everything that I do, like, I should be entitled to physical affection from my wife. That's part of the deal. I'm being faithful to her. She should give me that physical affection if I'm not getting it from other women, right? Or like, I'm doing what God tells me to do. I'm being faithful. I pray. I read scriptures. She should like me and be physically attracted to me because of that. So that's entitlement, right? Frustration. Man, I'm doing everything that I should be doing. She's not giving this to me. It's not fair, right? Frustration. Fear. Oh, man, I don't know. Maybe I'm not attractive. Maybe she is with somebody else, right? Feeling fearful. Jealousy. Feeling jealous of your own kids. Oh, man, that's not fair. Maybe start taking that on the kids a little bit because your wife's more physical with them than with you. So what I want to ask you is whether those emotions are attractive or not. Okay. Does your wife want to be cozy up with and kiss and have sex with someone who's mad at her, who feels entitled, who's frustrated, who's fearful, who's jealous of her, of the kids, right? So, of course not, right? She does not want to hug, kiss, or have sex with someone who, especially, is jealous of your own kids. That's pretty immature, right? Not very strong emotionally. Now, look, I get it. You might be there, and that makes sense. But what I'm trying to help you see is it's not attractive, right? And if you want your wife to be more physically affectionate with you, you can't be walking around jealous of your kids or mad at your wife, right? Or feeling entitled or frustrated. You can do that, right? It just will not be the type of man that your wife wants to cozy up with and hug and kiss and have sex with, okay? So what do you need to do instead? What you need to understand is what it takes for most women to be physical with their husband, right? So most women first need to feel a sense of safety, okay? They need to feel like their husband won't act in hurtful ways, especially when he's angry. A lot of the guys, me included, have blown this, right? They get really mad and they lash out, right? At their wife, at their kids, they yell, they scream, some guys get physical, right? And now your wife doesn't feel safe, or she feels like she has to protect the kids emotionally or physically from you, right? If your wife feels like she has to protect the kids like from you, yeah, she doesn't really want to be physical, and maybe she will be even more physical with the kids to be like, okay, like dad's kind of not that safe, so let me make sure I'm there for you guys more, right? So safety, okay? To want to be physical with you, she needs to feel safe. Okay, this guy is not going to freak out when he's mad. Yeah, it's fine for him to get mad, but he's going to handle it in a way that is safe, right? It's not going to be hurtful to me or the kids, emotionally or physically, okay? So then safety, the next is emotional connection. She needs to feel seen, heard, and valued by you. If she doesn't, so maybe she feels safe, right? Maybe you haven't lost your temper or gotten to a place where your wife felt unsafe with you, but maybe you've been in that superior mindset for a long time. You haven't really heard her or seen her, really valued her opinion, and maybe that's gone on for a long time, and so now she just feels emotionally disconnected from you. So most likely, if your wife is more affectionate with the kids than with you, she's missing one or both of these from you. Either she doesn't feel especially safe, or she doesn't feel especially emotionally connected with you. And usually it's both. Okay. So what can you do instead? What you can do instead of getting mad and blaming her and saying, well, you need to be affectionate with me and the kids, this isn't fair, right? Instead of that, ask her, hey, do you feel safe with me? And really be open to the answer, right? Because look, just try this out on yourself. Let's imagine you go say that to your wife. Do you feel safe with me? And she says, well, actually, not really. And then your response is something like, well, what do you mean? Like, I've never hit you. I've never hit the kids. I've never been physical. Okay. You are now invalidating her, and you're actually making her feel unsafe, right? She's kind of shared her heart. Yeah, actually, I don't feel safe. And then you came out and kind of attacked her. So you made her cover up more, right? Now she's going to go protect the kids more and be more physical with the kids more and less physical with you. Okay. So if you can get to a spot where you can ask her genuinely, hey, do you feel safe with me? Like, I notice you're not very physical with me. Do you feel safe with me? Okay. Can you trust me to be a man of my word? That's the other part of safety, right? Am I going to follow through on what I say? That's kind of more in the terms of attractiveness too and safety. Hey, here's another great question. Hey, do you feel seen, heard, and understood by me? Do you feel valued by me? Okay. Or, hey, do you feel like I have good control of my emotions, that I won't act in hurtful ways when I'm angry? Okay. So when you ask these questions, that will help you get to the root of the problem, right? So to help her see and help you see, yeah, like I don't really feel safe with you. Yeah, I don't really feel emotionally connected to you. So when you start doing that now, yeah, you can start rebuilding trust, safety, and emotional connection. Okay? Because when she feels safe with you and connected to you, usually she's going to be a lot more open to be physically affectionate. Right? That's usually the sequence that it goes in. Okay, safety, emotional connection, physical connection. So again, let me review those questions with you. Do you feel safe with me? Right? So my wife has told me even recently, like there's times she doesn't feel safe because I have done these things that I'm saying. I've been angry. I've been frustrated. Like we are a little bit not as physically connected right now because and I'm glad she's being open with these questions with me. Can you trust me being man on my word? I think if I asked that right now, she'd probably say, yeah, overall, yeah. Do you feel seen, heard, and understood? My wife's told me, hey, like I haven't felt that for a long time. And yeah, like that's a big thing that we're working on right now so she can feel that. Um, do you feel like I have good control of my emotions? I won't act in hurtful ways when I'm angry? No, that's a definite no from her to me. Like that's what she would say. One of my kids would say it too. Has it got better over time? Yeah. Like is that hurt still there? Also, yeah. Right. And so right now my biggest thing, well, two biggest things, right? My biggest thing is, okay, when I feel angry, I'm just going to go release that in a healthy way. My wife bought me a punching bag for Christmas. I'm going to go hit that. And that helps. That helps me release my anger in a healthy way. And then also like really hearing, valuing, understanding her when she talks. So, doing those two things. And really it is making a difference already, right? As we work through this past, like, I don't know, a couple months or so, feeling more connection. Hopefully she's feeling a little safer. I need to ask these questions her, check in with her about that. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing, guys. That's what builds it, is her sense of safety, her sense of emotional connection with you. So, what skills do you need to do this? So you need a spiritual connection to God so you don't feel so needy for attention, appreciation, affection, and sex. So you can come with a more full cup spiritually, emotionally, mentally. Connection with God lets you do that. So you can listen, so you can value, so you're not feeling jealous of your kids, right? Having integrity, being a man of your word. Having mental and emotional strength and management. This is the big one, right? Can I manage my thoughts? Can I manage my emotions so that I'm acting in ways that I can be proud of, that are Christ-like ways? You need communication skill to like have these conversations, to ask her these questions, and then to be able to, again, going back to mental emotional strength, being able to not freak out at her answers, but respond in a way that's kind and loving. And then intimacy skills, mental and emotional and physical intimacy skills. So come and learn and practice these with us in Strong Men, Strong Marriages, right? We're doing this together. We're building on this. We're getting better all the time. So the only way you can join is by joining our email list first. So visit strongmen.io, join the email list. The program is going to open at the end of this month. And I'm really excited. It's going to be better than it's ever been. Again, the goal is to get 500 guys in the program this year, have 500 guys that are having their wives feel safe, having their wives feel connected, having great physical intimacy because of that, being a great example to their kids, and being Christ-like leaders of our homes and to the world. So if that resonates with you, come join us. Visit strongmen.io, join the email list, join the program at the end of the month, and stay strong men, stay strong in God, and we will see you next episode.